Monday. Be mindful of others. Be empathetic for others. And always remember, no two people are the same. So just because you one way, you already know what it is. Just your girl Didi back again with her crazy inner thoughts. But for real, I had this word mindful. I don't know why I've been thinking about this word all weekend rather, like to be mindful. And I had to keep repeating it to myself all week for some reason. And it dawned on me that we always have to be mindful that no two people are alike. We might have common interest. We might share the same spiritual, political beliefs and have some of the same thought process. But no two people are the same. And I had to realize that even with dealing with my children, I always have to be mindful about their feelings before I say something to them. Especially talking to Contrell, because he's more so the emotional, but not emotional. Like, I'm too cool for emotions, but I have emotions type of dude. Like, and he's a very chill dude. Like, he really don't get into too much, but he does get in trouble. And I just hope he gets it together at some point in time. And raising him and dealing with him as he's become a teenager, once again, the word mindful, I had to be mindful of what my brothers told me, especially my younger brother, because some reason him and my boys kind of have a connection because they kind of on the same wavelength, I guess, growing up. And so, and I don't know if it's on the same wavelength, but both of them are just spoiled. My boys are spoiled and my youngest brother is spoiled. Like, it is crazy, but they kind of go hand in hand sometimes. Like, Contrell is like, no, that's not my fault. They shouldn't have did that. They shouldn't have did this. And I wouldn't have reacted that way. And like I keep trying to remind him is that your association really dictates most of your outcomes. And it dictates how often you get in trouble, because when nobody's around you and you by yourself, you hardly get in trouble because you're not, I don't want to say a bad child, but you're not one of them children looking out to do some malicious stuff to people or going to break into folks' house just because you ain't got no money. You going to figure out a way to make some money. That's one thing I say about that boy. He going to figure out a way to make some money before he go steal a car or rob somebody. I give him that. But at the same token, like I told him, sometimes you have to disassociate yourself with people to safeguard yourself. Not saying you can't still talk it and kick it with them people, but in certain atmospheres, in certain situations, and in certain settings, you and those said people should not be around each other, because you know that how they rock is not how you need to rock at this particular time, and you know better than to do what they doing. And it's hard, like, it's hard as hell. Especially being a teenager, to walk away from stuff. Like, I remember this one time, my best friend at the time, she invited me to go to this party, and everybody was going. It was like a whole party for, I guess, a basketball player party, football player party, whatever, whoever party it was. I think I was in middle school or some shit in 8th grade. And I'm like, at the time, it was like, she kept asking me, did I want to go? She kept asking me. And I always been that person, just because you asking me 1,000 times don't mean I'm going to say yes. Just because you're pressuring me, that's going to make me explode. Because it's just like a pressure cooker. After a while, that shit let you know, hey, baby, you done got to the point, the temperature where you need to be. And that's where I'm at with stuff in life. Don't keep asking me the same question, because I'm never going to fold and just say yeah. Now, and if I do say yeah, and you don't ask me 3-4 times and I don't sat there and hesitated and thought about it, it's just because I have already been thinking about doing it. So now I'm trying to talk myself into doing the shit. It ain't like you convinced me to do it. I already wanted to do it, but I just need an extra push type shit. So that has always been me. You're not finna force me into doing nothing just because you think that I need your friendship. Because I always been a loner. Like, I grew up with 2 brothers. And if my brothers weren't going, nigga, I couldn't go. And 9 times out of 10, my brothers didn't would take off before I even knew they would go. So most of the time I was by myself. So me being by myself or not having friends just because I don't want to do what they want to do, I ain't never gave no fuck about that. Like, fuck a friend. I tell a motherfucker, bro, I don't even want to fuck with you no more. Like, and so I'm starting to be more mindful about that when it comes to my kids, because once again, they are not like me and I'm not like them, because they share, they're kind, they're generous, they are helpful. Well, I'm helpful. I don't share. I'm kind, I'm generous. and I'm humble. Like, I'm not flashy or showy. Like, that's just not in my stilo. I'm just laid back and cool type of person. And so my children are the complete opposite. They are more friendly. I don't want to say we're all outgoing, but like to follow the lead of other people, I'm like, nah, dude. Hell no, I'm not finna do something just because everybody else doing it. Now, I will say, I'm not going to say I've never done it. I remember this one time I did it. And I ended up snitching on dude. I was like, bruh, I like her. That was my favorite teacher. And I fucked with her because she kept me out of trouble and everything. And she really was with a teacher that just inspired me to care more about my education, to be honest. And she was really a cool ass teacher. So this one particular day, the teacher, we had a substitute teacher, and somehow they broke into her cabinet, the teacher cabinet, and they was able to steal the Snickers. And so we was all taking Snickers and whatever. So the teacher came back the next day. She asked the whole class. I think this shit went on for 2 days. And she finally asked. And bro was like, you snitched on me? I'm like, nah. But then I had to finally tell bro, I snitched on you. I ain't even gonna lie to you. Cause you know that was fucked up. That was our favorite teacher. That was his favorite teacher. I'm like, bro, we just stole this shit from that lady. And all we had to do was wait till she came back to ask her. And she would have probably made us do some faggot ass bullshit anyway and then gave us the candy. But that was one time I remember I was peer pressured into doing some shit that I really didn't want to do. But to be honest, that was my partner, like for real. I used to fuck with him in high school. Not like on the sexual shit like that, but he was cool. Like I fucked with his personality. I fucked with his vibe. And he was a real chill ass, goofy ass nigga. So we was cool and I felt bad about it. But the cool, bruh, that's why I say he was like one of the realest niggas I know to this day. Cause he still fuck with me. Cause you can't help but to fuck with me. I told you I did it. So either you know that don't do shit with me and still fuck with me. But I think that was about the only person I ever snitched on outside of my brothers. Like I was just lying. And I don't even call it snitching on my brothers. I think I was more so just lying on my brothers not to get in. And I wouldn't even say I was snitching on my brothers. I was just lying on my brothers because I'd be like, they did it. I ain't do it because hell, them niggas was always doing something. So I always got away with it. So now I'm dealing with my children and having brothers and being always one of the homegirls or whatever. I always have to be mindful that, bro, I was a child and put myself in his shoes sometimes. Well, most of the time, so that when I talk to him, it won't be such of a, like, what's the word I'm looking for? Like I'm just on his ass, like extra hard, criticizing him, trying to beat him down and make him feel like a terrible, horrible person. Like that's not my goal. And sometimes as parents, I think we're not mindful of what we say before we say it. And so we're angry because we know what we want for our children. We know what life is like. We know what this world is like. We know the struggles we've been through. We know the sacrifices we've had to make. We know what we have had to give up and what we have had to go through to get to certain points in life. And we looking at our children like, bro, I don't want you to go down the same road that I went down. And I understand that now because I'm a parent, but before a long time, I didn't understand that. And once again, there goes that word mindful. And so now I'm being more mindful about how my mama feel about the decisions I make and the way my life is turning out because she always wanted something better for us. And I get that now as a parent, like the way control is moving, I'm like, son, I get how you moving. Like when you step out that door, you ain't gonna have to call me for nothing. You gonna figure out how to get the way you going and how to get back. And sometimes you don't even need my help. And I respect that. But at the end of the day, bro, you gotta stop playing so much in school. Cause if you learn them books, once you get in them streets, you're gonna be unstoppable because you gonna know the information in the books that most people don't know. You're going to understand business. You're going to understand laws, politics, dynamics of the diversity of the government, like gentrification, like all of that. You'll have a better understanding of that and how to move in the world. Plus, on top of that, you got the street smart. So if you put that together, bro, you unstoppable. But at least get your education to the point you know what you know and you can stand on it. And can't nobody take that from you. And that's all I keep trying to get my son to understand. I can't make a life for you. I can't make you choose the right path. I can't say, oh, son, this is the right path for you. Oh, son, you need to go this way. I can't make that boy do none of that. All I can do is discipline him, encourage him, teach him morals and values. And his daddy done did most of the work before he passed. So it's like at this point in time, the ball is in your court, son. I have did my part. I have stayed up nights. I have been a parent-teacher conferences. I have gone to therapy with you. I've done everything that I should do as a parent and then some. But I can't make you drink this water. But one thing for sure, and two things I do know, you're not finna drop out of school. So now when I talk to Contrail, I keep in mind of the things my brothers have told me, things my uncles have told me, hell, even the things my mama husband has told me, the things their stepdad has told me. So all the advice I've gotten from the males in my family, I'm still mindful of that when I talk to my sons. Because I would never know what they really going through. Because I'm not a man, I'm a chick. Like, I know what chicks go through. And now don't get me wrong, I have that mentality of a man sometimes, but I can't really tell you what to do as a man. I can't tell you how to move as a man or how to rock in certain situations. I don't think I can, but I probably could now because it's a whole lot of female men out here nowadays. But anyway, that's another topic for another day. But yeah, so now the older I've gotten and the journey I'm on now, it has helped me cultivate a different way of thinking, a different way of approaching my children and understanding what a safe space is for them. So now I try to be more mindful of how I would want somebody to speak to me when I was his age, how I would prefer somebody to relay the message to me when I was his age, how I would prefer for me to be allowed to speak to somebody when I was his age, to present the way I can present how I feel the best way I can do it at my age and at my thinking capacity and my brain level, like, you know what I mean, my age level. Like, so I am always mindful of that because, like I tell people, don't get me wrong. My mama did the best she could with what she had. Like, we were never homeless. We were never hungry. We ain't never been in no bad situation. My mama has never lost custody of us. She has never been on government assistance. My mama ain't never had none of that. She done did this out the mud, like literally legit by herself, even though she had a husband. She was still doing that shit by herself because she never wanted nobody to say that they had to do nothing for her kids. And I respect my mama for that. But like I tell my mama, I'm built different, baby. I'm built different. I am not her. I'm not here for that. But I'm glad she did teach me that and I witnessed that. And I'm not saying that that's not not saying my mom was wrong for that. That's just how she felt about that. And I get what she's saying, because there's some niggas I don't fuck with, I be like, bro, you know what? He ain't even got to worry about that. And there's some niggas I don't fuck with, I be like, I appreciate you because you fuck with me and you ain't have to. So, like, I appreciate her showing me that you can do it by yourself. I'm just happy that I have never had to be in that position. So I have now just started being mindful of other people and how other people are not me, and I can't expect the same stuff from other people that I do myself. Like, I can't just expect all females to be able to just cut that shit off and just deal with it. Now, don't get me wrong. I have my moments where I literally break down and I become overwhelmed. And when I become overwhelmed, it's because not the situation I'm in, because I can't think of a possible, plausible solution to get me out of this situation. It ain't even that I'm in this situation, because shit happens in life. My problem is I'm trying everything I can in my power to make this situation better than what it is. And when it don't work out and I did everything I can possibly do and all I got to do and all I can do is just sit back and trust God, that's when I become overwhelmed, because I'm like, God, I know you do not want me just to sit here. And then I'm like, damn, how am I question God? But you know what I mean? Like, so once again, I had to be mindful again. Things come in due time, basically. And things come to those who are patient. And not saying that you are patient, but being patient and vigilant. Like, working for what you want, going after it, like actually filling out applications, actually calling people back, actually doing the research, actually going out after what you want to do. Because if you just sitting there thinking, oh, I prayed and it's going to work out, bro, that ain't how that work. And so it's hard for me to just sit and do nothing and just let stuff fall in place. That has always been hard for me. And now I have gotten to the point where I had to be mindful, like, you know what? Just because that's how you saw what was going on when you was raised does not mean you have to handle situations like that. Because my grandma showed me what having faith is, and you praying and you doing all you can do, and all you can do now is just put it in God's hand and hope it work out. And that's it. So we all should try to be more mindful and more open-minded and understand that we are not all the same. So we're not all going to do anything the same. As long as we get to where we want to go and with no problems and no hesitation, let folks do what they need to do. Just be there to support them and encourage them and keep them uplifted. Because like people always love to say, but never actually really practice this. Everybody is created different. So if everybody is created different, then you have to treat everybody differently during certain situations. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share.